So in today's class, we'll be discussing about the most important concept, that is national income. This is a very, very important topic of discussion. Why? Because when we start studying economics without understanding national income and the related concepts, you will not be able to study the remaining connected topics, be it inflation, be it money and banking, be it taxation, be it financial markets or whatever. Is it clear? So this is the very first chapter as per your syllabus also, which is there. Okay. So now when you study national income in this particular chapter, it is very important. It is very important to understand that not only the concept of national income, what all we'll cover in this particular session is what is national income, the related concepts of that, of national income, and now how did this national income evolve, the history of national income. How did this evolve over the years? What are the most important indicators of what? National income. What are the methods of measuring national income? What is the method followed in our country, India? And why it is like that for us? You understand? Along with the related current affairs of this. And after that, is there any limitation for this particular concept? That is national income, followed by the other related current affairs and concepts as a whole. Is it clear? So now that we'll cover the entire thing. And for the UPSC prelims, it is important. Over the years, if you see the PYQs, it is very evident that questions have come from this area also. Not only prelims, for the mains also they will ask you. And the keyword called as GDP. You can find this keyword everywhere in almost every single topic. How is poverty? How is inflation? How is the banking perspective sector contributing to the GDP of our country? You understand? So this cannot be avoided. Economics is technical, but it is not a tough subject. It is a beautiful subject. If you study with the method of interlinkaging, as I told you before, and the 3C approach, concept plus comprehensive part plus trending current affairs, as we discussed, believe me, you will become experts in the so-called Indian economy. Yes? All good to go? So now, in this particular chapter, why are we studying national income? Because national income comes under the economic growth perspective. And what is economic growth? It is nothing but it refers to a change in the real economic output. And the example of economic growth is national income, GDP. In simple terms, you know what is national income? National means the entire country, right? So, the total income of the country. In simple terms, start writing please. In simple terms, national income means the total. In simple terms, national income means the total income of the country. Now, why is there a need for us to measure this total income? Why is there a need? Only then we'll understand whether our country is progressing in the three different sectors, primary, secondary or tertiary accordingly, right? And now there is a definition given for national income. It is defined as what? National income is defined as the value of all final goods and services. National income is defined as the value of all final goods and services produced by the country in a certain year. Estimation means calculation or measurement, okay, of national income before independence. So now, taking references or taking inferences from the global scenario, there was a man called as, a very great legend I should say, who is called as the grand old man of India. Who is he? Wonderful, my young officers, wonderful. So now, before independence, the very first known estimate or calculation of national income was done by the grand old man of India, that is Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji. It is here. In the year 1868. In the year 1868. He was the first person to literally come up and say, it is very important that our country, India, needs to measure its total income, called as national income. But that time, we were under the colonial rule. Yes, we were under the colonial rule, right? For more than 200 years, Britishers has looted us, no doubt in that. But then in spite of that also, Dadabhai Naoroji was very particular. And that is how the concept of national income was first introduced in our country, India. During those days, 20 rupees, 10 rupees was very valuable. I should say that. It is just like equal to 1 crore or 2 crore or 20 crore of today, I can say. So, Dadabhai Naoroji, how did he come up with this concept? He wrote a book. And the name of the book is Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. It's given here. He wrote a book called as Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. He wrote? So now, through his book, what did he do? He said that it is very important to estimate or measure national income for our country, India. The very first calculation or estimation of national income was done by him. And now he said that national income is to be calculated at the rate of rupees 20 per capita. Matlab per capita annually. Per capita means per capita income is nothing but national income divided by population. Per capita income is national income divided by population. So according to Dadabhai Naoroji, he said that national income was estimated during those days, 1868 time I'm talking, at the rate of what? The rate of rupees 20 per capita annual income. Annual I'm talking. You understand? Now, there were so many other estimates also done by other people. To support Dadabhai Naoroji, some other people came in. And now, those people, the name of those people was Findlay Shiras. Okay, the name of that person is Findlay Shiras. Then, Mr. Shaw, Mr. Kambata. You can write, along with Dadabhai Naoroji, write. Along with Dadabhai Naoroji, various other experts, you listen to what I'm saying and write it and just don't copy the same thing, okay? Along with Dadabhai Naoroji, various other experts also estimated. The online students also, please write what I'm saying, okay? Kindly note it down. Various other experts also estimated what? National income. Yes, such as Findlay Shiras, Shaw, Kambata. You can just copy the names from here. Dr. V.K.R.V. Rao. Dr. V.K.R.V. Rao. Achha, now it is better, I feel, right? Okay, there was some issue. Okay. Yes, such as various other estimates were done by all these people, etc. Okay, V.K.R.V. Rao and V.K.R.V. Rao. Now, in these estimates or calculation of national income, there was something missing. Why? Because before independence, nobody literally gave a scientific way of analyzing or approaching national income. Why? Because though Dadabhai Naoroji took an effort to measure or estimate national income, he was very particular on focusing on what? The primary sector of the economy. During those days, majority of people were dependent upon which sector? Primary sector of the economy. Even today, more than 49, let's keep nearly 50% of population depends upon agriculture. But their contribution to the country's GDP or output, it has slowly improved. It was only 17 to 18%. But as per 2022-23 data, it is 24.5%. Okay. Not 24, sorry. Please make it as 21. It is 21.8%. Okay. It has crossed 20. But still it is not a sufficient figure. See, majority of population is employed in one particular sector. So their output should be either more. It should not be less. If it is less also, only let's say like 40, 30 like that. But look at our figures. It's only 20, 21. That's it. But previously it was only 1717 to 18%. But little improvement is there. Happy for that. We should be happy for that. The government is doing something. Now, having said that, it is very important to understand that during those days, before independence, majority, more than 70-80% of population was dependent upon agriculture. So, the calculation of national income went like this. That is, the estimates only focused on agriculture sector. Whereas the remaining two sector, that is secondary and tertiary sector, or the non-agri sector, they were completely ignored. Only some part of income was taken for what? Calculating national income from these two remaining sector. So you tell me, such kind of calculation is valid? Does it give you a real figure? No. So this was a basic problem. You know what they did? Majority of calculation was done via focusing on the agriculture sector, and only a part or a portion of non-agri sector was done. There was an element of guesswork. What is it? There was an element of guesswork included in the calculation of national income, which made this particular calculation non-scientific in nature. You understand? So that was the biggest disadvantage of what? Calculating national income before independence. Pick in nature. Okay. Now, we are done with what? Before independence. What happened after independence? Very interesting. So now the next heading will be estimation of national income post-independence. That is after independence. So now after independence, India got independence when? In 1947. So not in 1947, after 2 more years. In August 1949, what happened? In August 1949, the government of India, the government was formed. So the government of India constituted a committee called as National Income Committee, NIC. Okay, National Income Committee. You wrote about a person called as VKRV Rao. Now, this man was a very knowledgeable individual. Professor was a very knowledgeable individual. So, he was also part of the national income estimation after independence. So, he said that we have to analyze or calculate national income in a much more scientific way. Okay. And he said that we have to divide the economy or the income into 2 different: agriculture income and corporate income. When you want to calculate national income, we have to calculate national income how? By dividing the economy into 2 different sectors. That is, taking into consideration the income from agri and also from where? From where? From corporate sector also. So he was somebody who wanted to make sure that there is a scientific approach in calculating national income. So now what did he do? Along with the person called as Professor P.C. Mahalanobis. He is an Indian statistician. Okay, you will study him in the second 5-year plan. When you study the planning commissions of India, you'll study there. Okay, so now along with the help of this particular person, they formed a committee. So now the National Income Committee had a chairperson called as P.C. Mahalanobis along with 2 members. One is Dr. V.K.R.V. Rao. Another person is Professor Gadgil. Professor Gadgil. So the chairman Mahalanobis with 2 other members, Professor Gadgil and V.K.R.V. Rao, constituted a committee called as National Income Committee.